I just feel like I let people down a lot. What's up? Welcome back to the Caleb Marshall channel. We are here today. Oh wait, before I get started, what am I doing? Please click that subscribe button below. That helps me out and it lets me know that you like these kind of videos. We're back today with another ADHD video because I realized that in the last one I had a lot to talk about and I felt like I needed a second part. We're gonna be talking about how ADHD has personally affected my self-esteem and how it affects my relationships with family and friends. I think that ADHD has destroyed my self-esteem. The best way I can explain it is that it feels as if everyone else is in on something that you're just not. And so when I'm in a room with other people, especially like peers or other people that I respect, I feel so incredibly stupid. I feel like I have no place being there. I feel like everything that everyone else is going to say or has said is better than me or more articulate than me. I always try to look at the positives of everything, but I feel like for me, it's just made me a very genuinely humble human being because I do not think that I'm better than anybody. I think that everyone is better than me, and that's the toxic part of it, but I think the good part of it is that it's really allowed me to always see the best in other people. I never come to anything thinking that I'm the smartest or the best. The feeling of being an imposter 24/7, like why am I here? Why do I have subscribers? When is everyone gonna find out that I'm actually just winging every second of this? Like that's what's going through my brain all the time. Literally all the time right now while I'm making this video. I'm always feeling like I am not reaching my potential. I think when you have ADHD, you always just assume, at least I do, that you are behind, that other people are 3 steps ahead. You are always just waiting to get called out for forgetting something, for messing up, for being late, for dropping the ball. You just kind of live your life in a state of, what did I fuck up now? For me being a business owner, I always feel like I could be doing so much more. And I think everyone feels that, but in my mind, I feel like I could be doing so much more because I just assumed that I woke up too late that day. I didn't put enough on my schedule. I spent too much time on a task that didn't really matter. It's very difficult for me to ever feel like I am accomplished or I've done enough because I always just feel like I could have done more if you weren't ADHD. I have a constant need to prove my worth to myself and to other people. I always assume that everyone thinks I'm stupid. In order to not feel stupid or worthless or like a complete waste of space, whoa, that got dark. I mean, I don't feel that way, but like, whoa. I have to constantly perform. I have to outdo myself. I have to make something amazing. I have to impress other people. I have to get praise and validation to know that although I forget everything, I have horrible time management skills, I can't prioritize, at least I can give something to the world that can provide some value. Like I'm just constantly searching to prove that I have some worth in this world. And I know that that's very dramatic and dark, but in my head, it's just like a small little thought in the back of my mind. Like, can you please remind yourself and other people that you're not a piece of shit today? Like that's what goes through my mind. It would just be really nice to not have to prove myself every single day. Like it would be really nice to just feel like, you know what, you're enough today. Like you don't have to do anything incredible. You don't have to like make a new video that impresses people. You don't have to like accomplish a new thing or get a new award to feel like you mean something. Or like you're not like wasting other people's time. And that's like another thing. Getting into relationships, I feel like a constant disappointment. Like I'm always just letting people down. Like I'm making plans with Haley and I'm always late every single time. And so it just makes those people in your life feel like you don't prioritize them or they aren't important to you. Like they think I don't care. But all I'm doing is like beating myself up about it and feeling worthless and like a horrible friend, a horrible person. You just get tired of hearing yourself apologize for the same things over and over again. Because in your head, you're like, okay, well, if you mean it, then don't do it again. But it's never on purpose. And I try so hard. And sometimes I get better at it. And sometimes I just fall back into patterns of dropping the ball. And I feel like I have to keep proving that I have value and that I'm worth being someone's friend, that I'm worth being someone's partner, boyfriend, husband, brother, son. Like I I just feel like I let people down a lot, and they don't think that I care about them, or that I'm just doing it because. And then like in my head I wonder, like, am I just being selfish? Am I just like actually a horrible person who can't figure out how to like show up for people when they need you, like be someone that they can count on? Because it's like I'm someone who I feel like requires other people's help so much. Like I count on Cameron so much, and I count on my friends to always like pick up the pieces, and I'm just always in my mind waiting for people to realize that I'm not worth that time. Or I'm like waiting for people to realize that they're just like tired of my shit, like tired of the excuses, or waiting on me to change, or to wake up one day and just have like a normal functioning brain that can actually like prioritize and organize and do things the way other people do. I don't think I'm a horrible friend or a horrible partner, but it's just like I know that I let people down more than I should, and a lot of times it's things that I can't control or do anything about, and all I can do is keep trying to figure out coping mechanisms and skills and ways to remind people that I do care, and actually apologize. Even if I've apologized 25 times, at least acknowledging that I am sorry. Because I think when you have ADD, you just assume that sometimes other people can read your thoughts, or you just get so tired of the way your brain works, you just want to ignore it and pretend that it doesn't affect other people the way it does. Like even with Haley, I just eventually stopped saying sorry to her because I got so sick of hearing it, and she was just like, it feels like you don't care. Like I would rather you just say sorry, even if you've said sorry 25 times, just like let me know that you actually do care, that you've wasted my time. And that really stuck with me. It's helped me be like, no, you can't ignore it. You can't just not acknowledge when you mess up. Like just own it and figure out how to move forward, even if you have to do that constantly. I feel very codependent in a way on others to live the best life, but I'm learning that, especially through therapy, like it's okay to have someone that really compliments you. Like especially with my relationship, we really balance each other out, so I try not to feel guilty for it, but I just need a lot of help on things. I think when you're ADHD, you're harder on yourself, and there are times when I have just thrown my hands up in the air before I needed to. If you have something going on in your brain like ADHD, you have to keep trying. Maybe it's medication, maybe it's therapy, maybe it's coping mechanisms, maybe it's the people who you're around, but it's your responsibility to figure out how to use that and still move forward in life. It's not a reason to give up or throw your hands in the air, even if you have to try every single day. I mean, I know I have to try so much harder. It takes me 3 times as long to do things that Cameron can do, and there are some things that I can do, like video editing or making up a dance, that Cameron would have a lot harder of a time figuring out how to do. There are ways to cope and to use the way your brain works to your advantage, but just please don't use it as an excuse not to try at all, because I think that's really doing a disservice to you, because you're smart and unique, and your mind is so different, and that I've learned is so incredible, because it's given me so much opportunity and different perspective and a way of looking at the world. And the way I spend my time can be ridiculous to other people, but it can also make me think of things that no one would ever think of. I'm always every day reminding myself that I have superpowers. I couldn't have it all. I like to tell myself, you can't have all of these amazing creative abilities and still have all of these executive functions. Like maybe some people do, but like I believe that there's a lot of give and take, so I just had to lose a little bit on this side to gain more on this side. Unfortunately, it's not really something that ever goes away, so it's something we always have to constantly deal with and explain to people. And I think the hardest thing for me personally is reminding my friends and family that I have it, because it's confusing for people in your life when you can excel in certain areas and fail so miserably in others, and that's why it feels like such an excuse to them, or they just forget and treat you like they would treat themselves. And it's hard because you don't want to be treated differently because you have ADHD, but you also need to remind people that it's always going to be hard for you to be on time. Like some people are always going to have trouble with that. Some people are always gonna have trouble with organization and remembering things. And I think it's a lot for your family and friends to accept, as well as yourself, because you just want to believe that one day you're gonna wake up and you're just gonna be able to do it and crush it. And still every day when I go to bed, I tell myself that tomorrow is gonna be different. I'm gonna get all these things done. It's gonna be amazing. And sometimes I can do a lot and sometimes I just can't. And I've accepted that it's gonna be something that I struggle with every single day. But you know what? I'm never gonna stop trying, and I'm never gonna stop trying to reach my goals, because if I keep worrying about all the things I could have done or all the things I didn't do, then it's just distracting from what I could be doing in this moment right now. So I hope this video helped a little bit. I didn't plan on talking this much again about it, but hopefully this helped someone out there who is going through similar things. Let me know in the comments if you are, what your experience is, if you have ADHD or if you know someone with ADHD, anything else you'd like me to do on the subject. And of course, please make sure you've subscribed to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.